Assalamu alaikum viewers, thank you very much for your for your cooperation that you people have subscribed this channel, and we have reached up to the 1000 subscribers, and I'm extremely very much thankful to you for this kind act, because this is because of your cooperation, this is because of your support and your love that you have been viewing the videos and you like and come past the comments. I'm extremely thankful to you for this kind act. And today the topic we are going to discuss, that is kleptomania. And kleptomania is not a common term. It's not commonly used, and many people are not aware of it what kleptomania is, because kleptomania is also known as the impulse disorder, and the individual would be forced and urged and motivated to do the thieving and stealing the particular object if they don't need it. And normally we must have heard about that. He's the robber, he's the dacoit, he's thief. That is their profession, and they are practicing it on the need based and on the habitual based. But there is a little difference between the kleptomaniac and a thief. What is the major difference between the two? We may say that the kleptomaniac, they don't need to steal the particular object. If they are stealing from the shop, or if they are stealing from the home, or if they are stealing from their friend's place, or if they are stealing from any place, they don't need to steal that particular object. But this is a compulsion. Why it's a compulsion? Because they are urged to steal the particular object. That's why they are doing it, and whenever they are stealing it, they feel more relaxed and they feel more comfortable after stealing that particular object. The main thing is they don't need to steal such things. For example, if there is a millionaire person and he is having the habit of stealing the petty things and the petty stuff from the big malls, and he doesn't even need to have it, this is known as the kleptomania. If there is a rich guy, or if there is a rich girl who is gone to the big shopping mall, and they started thieving a very stealing some petty thing, like if they have stolen some flower, or if they have stolen some rattle from the toy shop, and even they don't have a child in their family, this is known as the kleptomaniac behavior. And if there is a person who is stealing unnecessary thing, he even doesn't need to keep it, he doesn't want to utilize it. This is because of the material gains and the material wants. Rather, it is because of his urge, and it is because of his impulse, because his thought processing is forcing him or her to steal that object, to steal that particular thing and stuff without the need of it. This is known as the kleptomania. And kleptomania is not a very common, as there are robbers and the thieves in every society. Kleptomaniac are not common in all the society, but there is a major number of the kleptomaniac who are there in every society. For example, we can quote few examples which came in the news, that the Hollywood star also developed the behavior of the kleptomaniac. I would never like to mention the name of the Hollywood actress, but there are the people in the society, they are of the high profile, but even then, without the need of the particular object and without the need of the particular stuff, they are stealing the things and the stealing objects. This is known as the kleptomaniac behavior. We need to investigate how we can diagnose the kleptomaniac. Is there any medical examination, like we are going to the laboratory and we are making the chemical examination of the blood and everything? Is there any test like this, that how we can identify the kleptomaniac? No, there is no test like this. Rather, we need to have the observation of such people, and sometime if they are being honest, they may go to the clinics, and they may go to practitioners, and they may say that we are developing this type of the attitude and the behavior, and we want to get rid of it. Basically, what's the motive behind it? They want the gratification. There are some impulses, there are some urge, as you are aware of it, like whenever someone is suffering from the compulsions and they are going to check either the door is locked or not, this attitude is under the compulsion. In the same way, there is a little connection according to the DSM-5, that kleptomaniac behavior and the OCD, they do have the connection. As they are going to check the door locks, in the same way there is some urges which are compelling the person to steal particular object from the particular place, or whenever they get a chance, whenever they get an opportunity, their urge is triggered, and then they will be stealing the object. For example, if there is a person and who is gone for the shopping, but it was not in his or her plan to steal the object, but there is the underlying mm, habit and the urge within his mind for the kleptomaniac, and they would be stealing a little object. Even if they have never done baking, they will steal yeast, a small packet of the yeast. This is not a valuable object. And the person is also not requiring this object at his home, and this is not in the wish list of his kitchen grocery, but he or she is stealing that particular object. This is because of the kleptomaniac behavior. So there are various psychological tests as well, which are very helpful to investigate the kleptomanic behavior. We need to have the take the proper observation of such people, and we also need to take an interview with them, and we need to observe such behavior, because such people would be commonly there in the markets, and they are also known as the shoplifters. So there is a connection between the shoplifters and the kleptomanic people. But we need to know what are the basic reasons of the kleptomanic behavior, because this small habit and this small crime will be taking one individual to another big crime. But do we think that kleptomanic people are the criminals? No, they are not the criminals. It is their mental disorder, it is their maladysfunctioning, it is their disturbance of their thought, and this it is their it is their mind process and their mal-dysfunctioning of their mind, and they want to control this habit. They are unable to control this habit. This is the reason why they are stealing the petty objects which is not of their use. So we can simply say that there are some reasons, which could be the societal reasons, which could be the environmental reasons, which could be the home environment as well. I myself has conducted a research on it, and I have seen that those children who are facing the single parenting, and they do have the family discords, they are having more tendency to become the kleptomaniac as compared to those who are having a healthy and the normal family environment. So this is the one reason. And second reason is the identity foreclosure. They don't know their identity. That's why they don't know who they are, but they are, and what is the aim of their life. That's why they indulge in this type of the small activities. But the underlying reason is that they are feeling anxiety, they are feeling pressure, they are feeling various type of the depression, and there are some other psychological disorders which are directly associated with the kleptomanic behavior. For example, such people would also be suffering from the eating disorder. They either become the anorexic or they become the bulimic. Then they are also having some of the symptoms of obsession compulsive disorders. They do have the symptoms of the conduct disorder, and other than this, they are also alcoholic. They have developed the habit of the substance abuse and the substance related disorders, and they are more alcoholic as compared to the number of the normal persons. Whenever we are these were the societal reasons and the environmental reasons which were urging them and forcing them to do such kind of the activities and to involve in such kind of the activities which gives them more satisfaction and which gives them more gratification. If we are looking at this, how do they feel after stealing some object? They would be feeling comfortable, they would be feeling relaxed, they would be feeling gratified, and their anxiety will be relieved. That's why they are indulged in such type of the issue things. So, moving towards the second reason of the kleptomanic people. The second reason of the kleptomanic people is known as the biological reasons. And according to the biological reasons, there are some chemicals within the human brain which are responsible for the kleptomanic behavior. For example, we can say that the serotonin is responsible for it. Serotonin is basically a brain chemical, and it urges the person to steal the particular object, and whenever they are doing this act, they will be feeling more relieved with it. Other than this, the dopamine is also another brain chemical which is responsible for it. Then there are some neurotransmitters. Whenever they are transmitting from one to another nerve cell, they are also urging the persons and the human beings to do this kind of the act. And these are the things which are very dangerous, and later on they may develop serious type of the neuroticism and some other psychological disorders, because if they are not treated in the beginning, they may lead towards another serious side type of the problems, and they may lead towards another serious type of the psychological problems, which may linger on, and then which becomes uncontrollable for the individuals. We need to see it, and we need to check it how we can we can make the treatment of this kleptomanic attitude of the individuals and the kleptomanic behavior of the people, because in the beginning, in the childhood, they were not like this. In their normal life, in the beginning, in the early years, they were not doing such kind of the acts, but there were some major type of the milestones in which they have been um, involving in such type of activities, like stealing the fruit from the neighborhood tree and throwing it in the bin. That was also a symptom of the kleptomanic attitude and the kleptomanic behavior in the childhood. So we need to make the proper treatment of such people, and those people who are aware of it that they are kleptomanic and they want to control their habit, they need to go to the clinics, and they need to go to the psychologist, and they need to have the proper psychological therapies. They need to take the services of the psychological therapies. And behavior therapy is the most important therapy in this concern, because there are few treatment techniques like punishment training and the reward training should be applied to such patients, and the clients, that those who are suffering from the kleptomanic disorder. If they are doing the desired behavior, some reward would be given for them, and then their habit will be end up ultimately after making several efforts. They need to have the deliberate efforts for it. They need to control their impulse, they need to control their urge, and whenever they think that this is bad habit and this is not acceptable by the society and this is not liked by everyone, and it may lead them towards the professional criminals. So if we have created enough awareness among those people, and the constant counseling sessions are being given to such people, we can control this habit um, in the kleptomanic patients. Then the next step is, in some of the developed countries, they are also giving medication of ADHD syndrome for the treatment of the kleptomanic, because there are some signs of the ADHD syndrome in the kleptomanics as well. And if ADHD syndrome is treated, then they can also overcome this bad habit. While we have discussed all the aspects, the causes, diagnosis, and treatment, the important thing is who is more sufferer from the kleptomania, which gender is more feeling difficulty to control with it. Female are more sufferer in the kleptomanic disorder as compared to the male. So we need to focus more on the females, and we need to give them proper counseling sessions, and the proper guidance should be given. And I would love to recommend the Islamic strategy for it. If we follow and practice the religious values, in which stealing the object is not good. And if we keep one thing in our mind, that stealing, either that is the small thing or the big thing, it's not good, it's not acceptable, it's beyond the moral values, we can overcome this habit very successfully. But those who are not Muslims and those who are not know, following the practices of the religion, they need to go for the counseling sessions in the counseling therapies to overcome this bad habit. Till then, till the next video, Allah Hafiz.